Hello and welcome back to the survival project. In the last episode we went end raiding and got ourselves a load of shulker boxes and everything's sort of starting to come together now. I did a load of clearing on this side over here and that's where we're going to start off working today because I really need to get a storage system built up. Today's episode is probably going to be quite time-lapse heavy because I really want to get quite a lot done. I want to get a large portion of this mountain sorted out. I want to do a load of work around just this entire area in general and get it sort of looking the way that I really want it to be. So yeah, we're going to be doing quite a lot of time lapses, which should come out looking pretty good. I do like a good time lapse. I don't know if you can tell, there seems to be one in pretty much every single episode. But what we're going to do is start off over here and we're going to build up our storage system, and once it's done I'll talk you through how it works. It's a really simple storage system that I'm going to be building. I think it's probably the most used auto storage system in Minecraft at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight into that and we'll get going. Build's all done now and I am really happy with the way this one looks. It's always really good to get builds taken out of a creative world and get them actually into a survival world. Take them off of the flatland basically. But yeah, I really am happy with the way that this one looks. I'm using all of the variants of the new trapdoors that I've made. So you've got the jungle ones there that are acting as wooden beams. We've got the acacia ones there just for the little bit of a hint of red. I didn't want to go too overboard with it, so it's just in there a little bit. And then, of course, we've got our birch trapdoors there just acting as sliding doors again. And I'm really happy with the way the roof looks. I need to do a bit more terraforming and strip this back a bit more. I didn't quite realise how close this was going to be. Yeah, it's a bit of a bigger build than I originally intended, but to fit all of the sort of redstone bits in, it kind of needs to be. So there are going to be two floors to this. There's going to be one floor where it's just sort of bulk storage, and we're just going to have a load of barrels in there because I kind of feel like using barrels rather than chests. And that's just going to be your generic sort of sorting system. And then upstairs, for the time being, I'm literally just going to have like a little bit of a shulker area where I can just dump things in and get them sorted into shulkers, so it's nice and easy to pick them up and walk off with them. So I do need to gather some bits up because I don't have any of the redstone bits made up, but this is all of the room that we've got to play with. So I'm thinking get barrels, put them up 4 high probably, and I'm going to continue this beam across, and that'll look pretty good. And we'll have 3 walls basically of barrels, and that should pretty much suffice for the time being. I imagine later down the line I'm probably going to want to build another different storage system, one that's a bit of a more shulker box loader system, but I think considering I don't have that much redstone at the moment, I don't want to commit to something that big. For the time being, this is going to do. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with the build. Unfortunately, I've run out of rockets, so I can't really do any sort of flyby things, but we can climb up on top of this hill and get a look at it from up here. Because yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way this one's come out. So yeah, let me gather up some bits and then we're going to jump back in and we'll just be sorting the inside out basically. And there's a little bit of tidying up I need to do, like that random block there that's just hanging out. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in just a sec. Okay, so I may have just started a raid. This is going to be the first one I've ever actually done in the game, so I don't actually know how difficult this is going to be. And oh god, there's a lot of them. Okay, so I did it. I died twice. Got a totem of undying now though, so that's nice. Yeah, these guys are still chasing me. It would be ideal if they just died. I think they die after a certain amount of time anyway, so I'm not going to pay them too much attention. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that sometimes the illagers spawn underground. Like, I feel like that's something that just shouldn't really happen. And now I have to check up here because I actually forgot to shut the door up here, so some of them did get in here. And I think I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have lost 6 villagers. Oh well, we have a god system. It's not going to take too long to get that set back up. And let's just make sure we haven't lost it. Well, that went well. Yeah, okay, they're dying now. Okay, let me get stuff sorted, and then I'm gonna just start doing redstone. Right, I may have got a little bit carried away while I was doing this, but this is the storage system pretty much completely set up. I haven't actually wound up doing anything on the top floor yet. I can get to that a little bit later, but so yeah, we've got loads of storage here, which is all great, and let me just show you how it works. So it is a really, really simple system. Loads and loads and loads of hoppers, and I still really love this hopper texture. I have no idea what to use it with, but basically the way that this is going to work is for one column of barrels it will have only one type of item flowing into it, and what we need to do is pop that item in here along with some renamed items that nothing else is going to have the same name of, and that's going to hit this comparator, and once it hits a certain amount the redstone line will carry all the way back, flow into this repeater, and deactivate this torch, which will then allow this hopper underneath to actually start drawing things through. So it's just a real simple way of locking this hopper down here up and stopping any other items from flowing through and helping it to be sorted. So yeah, there's a water stream all the way over this way. It runs underneath the building. Yeah, you can see the water there. It carries everything up, and it's basically gonna just drag whatever items we've got all the way along this hopper line towards the end, where basically the last couple of rows are just going to be junk columns anyway, just because we're going to need that for any items that wind up going in that aren't a part of the system. So yeah, we just take this chest and we'll just drop something in. Let's say I was to drop 54 redstone in. We should see eventually that some of the items will make their way in here, but not all of them. You know what? It might actually not be working because I haven't added the renamed items. So let's just go and check where they are in this line now, because they should still be somewhere. Yeah, so you can see this comparator's lit, and 31 of them have made their way into there. And where are the rest of them? What happened to the rest of them? They gotten stuck somewhere. 2 secs. Okay, I found them. I didn't actually block this up. So basically we want to stop the items from being able to shoot up, so hopefully if I block that, just like that, it should work. But let's just chuck the rest of the items in anyway. And then we should, this time, see that it's worked, hopefully. So let's come around here. Got 45 in there now. So I think, how many did we put in? I think it was like 50. So let's come back around the front. And yeah, you can see 9 of the redstones made its way in. So the reason why we need to put the renamed item in is because if we don't, then it's not going to sort the items, basically. We want only to have redstone go through. So basically the renamed items would go there, and then redstone would go there. And anything we add on top of it will feed through into the system like so. Back down to 41 total in that slot. But yeah, basically we need to make sure these are a different item, the one that is going into the system and one that's obviously not going into any barrels further down the line, because again it will just wind up getting in here and breaking the entire system. So that's what I need to do next, decide what I want to get sorted into these barrels, and probably come up with some way along the top here just to say what's in what barrel, and then just get the system finally set up. So I'm going to do that real quick, and why don't we just use this time to jump into the next time lapse? That's another large amount of work done. I've gone along and added a load of bamboo into the area as well. I think after we get a little bit more work done here, this area is going to start looking really good. We need to get some trees in, get some grass, and probably chuck some bushes down and stuff like that just to make it all look really, really good. So we're going to add like a little cave section down there eventually. And yeah, I've got a really good plan for that, and I just really hope it comes out the way that I sort of envision it. I've decided I want to try and play with the shaders on a little bit more at the moment because I just prefer the way the game looks in shaders. Yeah, so this is all set up now. I've got all of my storage set. So I've laid along the top there what blocks are inside the storage system. These last four are just for random items, basically. There's nothing set in stone in what's going in there. Basically, I needed an overflow protection, so this is what we got. And yeah, I've got all of the main things that I want to store in bulk, so it'd be nice and easy when I need something. I can just go, oh, okay, so oak logs are here. Great, let me grab some oak logs. So, what is the next thing for us to do here? It is probably going to be coming back over this side and working a little bit on getting this area set up now. So what I'm thinking is setting up a little sort of almost garden-esque area up here. So I want to get the turtles in like a little pond up here, because I think that would be pretty cool. And we'll get the parrots we've got up here as well. I might try and breed the parrots actually, see if we can get another one. So after trying to breed parrots for a little while, I decided to Google it, and apparently they can't be bred. So if I want more parrots, then I've got to go back to the jungle and collect them. And I don't know if I want to do that again. Sit down. Where's the other one gone? Oh, he's on my shoulder, isn't he? Such a cool little feature. I've sort of got this top section sorted out now, so essentially this is going to be like a little pond area for our turtles to go into. They've got like a little deeper area over here that they'll be able to go in, and then the rest of this I wanted to keep it a little bit shallow, not completely shallow though, because I do want to stop them from being able to get out. But to do so, I am going to have to be putting slabs up about the place. We're going to have a little bridge that comes across this little gap here. And I'm thinking probably going to build up like a little cherry blossom tree in this central platform. Originally, I was going to have access to it from like a bridge somewhere else just to get onto that island. But I'm thinking I might just leave it a bit bare, build up a pretty large cherry blossom tree and just leave it at that. So there's quite a few bits I've realised I need to collect to get this how I want it. I'm going to have to go to a coral reef biome and just pillage as much of those blocks as I possibly can. And yeah, eventually it should wind up starting to look pretty good. I still need to come up with a custom tree design because none of this is going to work without that. So yeah, I'm just going to be chucking all of this along the edge of this little, I don't know what we should call it. We'll call it a pond. It's a pretty big pond though. And yeah, it's all going to start coming together soon. We are going to have a bridge over there as well. So I've made a pathway going that way. And we also built up this little gate here, which I think looks really cool. It's a design I've had in my test world for a little while. And I've just been trying to find the right place to sort of implement it. I've missed the trapdoor there though. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And it helps break the area up. So, yeah, I think next for me is trees. I've laid out a load of pathing now, and I've put up a load of dark oak trees. I couldn't come up with a design just yet for my own custom trees, but I think this does the job. I definitely want to keep the red leaves, but look how cool this area looks now. Build for the iron farm is hidden off in the distance. We've got some mossy cobblestone wall with lanterns on top. And yeah, I just really love the sort of feel that I'm getting for this place now down here. You may also notice that I've got mining fatigue because I was just flying around and managed to find myself a monument. So we're going to be doing that at some point soon. But unfortunately, this is all I've got time for in this video. I feel like I've got a hell of a lot of work done. In the next episode, we're going to be working up here, trying to get this area right. And as I said, we're going to be building a large cherry blossom tree just on that little island bit there. All of this will be filled in with water and it should all be good. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. All of that sort of stuff that helps get the numbers up. And I really appreciate that you've watched the video all the way through to the end. And I will catch you in the next one.